Hey everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 19th of February, 2022, and it's the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the fourth week of February. And let's begin with the Euro, where it has been stuck in a range, basically, in a very tight range. Expand this a bit more. And although it did climb back up first half of the week, but then it pulled back lower again, it's stuck in a 110, 115 pip range for the week here. So nothing much happened for the week, and it's still hovering around the 50 and the 62 pip here. Let's flip this over to see the actual retracement figures. This swing move up, it's a 50% retracement here and 38 up here. So it stayed above the 62 pip retracement and could not reach the 21 pip retracement levels. So these still remain as support and resistance zones. In fact, it could not break above this high. So we'll see if it's able to break out of this consolidation next week. And if it's not able to, if it drops, it could break through this 62 pip support and head down to the 786 level, where there's a round figure here at the 112 level. If it does break out higher, which means the US dollar has to weaken, then it's possible to break above the 21 pip retracement and then retest the swing highs here before. That was already a triple top, and that's heading towards the 115 area. So, but at the moment, there's no driver to push it out of this box for now. And this coming week as well, there's only minor news with the flash manufacturing services PMIs. And as well on the US side, there's no major news coming up for the US area. So if this is really a test of this resistance up here, and it has already failed 3 times, we'll see if there will be a deeper retracement further back down towards the 786 pip at the 112. Currently, it's still hovering around the 113 area, close to the 113. So perhaps we can put one here in the center. Okay. Change this color. some of these key round figures to yellow here. Up here. To 115, and then further up to 116. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly time frame as well. And yes, you can see the consolidation with just a spinning top with a small body, so it's almost a doji for the week. And if it is unable to find support, or if this support does not hold at a 113, then there could be further bearish move to retrace this previous long candle here. Okay, moving back to the daily. So unfortunately, there's nothing happening. Although the towards the end of the week, there was some more fears with rising tensions again at the border with Ukraine and Russian-Ukraine tensions. So that was a risk-off move on the Friday, and which pulled the stock market lower as well. And there was some flight to safety for the safe haven pairs, but it was just a relatively small drop for the euro. Okay, we could take a look at the 4-hour time frame to see the movement here, and this was the trend line for the ascending triangle, the upper trend line, and it was not able to break above that. It did climb up from the 113, and after a double top here on the 4-hour, it did attempt to dip lower and eventually did fall late on Friday, yesterday, trying to head back towards the 50 Fib and the 113 round figure again, right where it started from at the beginning of the week, or close to the lows of the week. Started right at the middle at the 38 Fib. Okay, let's move back to the daily time frame, and we'll take a look at the US dollar index, the DXY. Let's take a look at the US dollar index, DXY, and it did try to climb up higher at the start of the week on Monday, but pull back into the support until Friday, then managed to recover and bounce from the support here at the just above the 138 Fib extension, which there was a previous support level here. This previous swing low. So it has managed to bounce above that and climb back up above the daily 55 EMA. But it has not been able to break out higher above the 162 Fib. So it has remained in tight range as well as the other major pairs. So still stuck within this rectangle. Okay, and it's in a about the 70 pip range. So it's still right in the middle of this range between the upper resistance up here and as well as this lower support. Let's extend these levels here. Okay, so it needs to break out of this box either way. Breaks out higher, then it can attempt to test this previous resistance. Otherwise, if it breaks down below this support level, then there is a possibility that it could test this swing low, and further below that, the critical swing high, previous swing high here at this 100 Fib. So it's no wonder that all the major pairs were consolidating as well, because the US dollar did not gain any traction, nor did it suffer any bearish movement. So let's move back. Let's take a look at the cable, the pound against the US dollar. And similar story with consolidation narrow range for the week. It could not break out higher above the previous week's high. It found support from the 50 Fib as well. 50 Fib retracement of this move down, and was not able to climb up above last week's high and could not test the 78.6 Fib retracement. Neither did it drop below the daily 55 and drop below the 50 Fib. So this support held. This is still going to be the intermediate resistance with the major one above that at the round figure, the 138. We could move this Fib now to this level and probably move this Fib to a retracement with that as the swing high. And you can see that it has been restricted at the 21 Fib retracement support. Intermediate support could be slightly higher with the rising 55 EMA and at the 38 Fib retracement. So this resistance could move up now. We can also, let me expand this, and looks like there is a number of spikes up here, tails, and it's having problem breaking through this swing high. So that's the intermediate resistance for now. Okay, let me draw some further resistance levels up here, and that's above the 138, and that's at the swing high of 138.34. So this will be the next key resistance. Change these to yellow as well. Round figures of sitting above the 136. Oh, sorry, the 135. Now it's right next to the 136. Above that at the 138. Way down below here, it's the 133, which is not a key factor for now. Okay, so similar to the Eurozone, also minor news this week. There's only the flash manufacturing services PMIs across all the major economies. Let's take a look also at the weekly time frame, and it did bump up a bit higher, but still stuck within the previous week's range and centered around the weekly 55 EMA. And it did close bullish as a bullish spinning top. Moving back to the daily. So yeah, it still needs to break out of this box rectangle here. And if it does break out higher, then there's the potential double top. If it's unable to break through. And if it does break down here, there is likely a strong support at the 50 Fib. Otherwise, the 62 Fib extension will be the last support level. So unfortunately, no major trigger, no major fundamental trigger for any key moves for last week, in fact, the last few weeks. Okay. We can also take a look at the 4-hour time frame to see what the movement was like through the week. And dip lower first into support at the 135, double bottom and bounce higher, climb up all the way, so from the 135 to the 136, and eventually did push through, but could not break above the previous week's high and settle down lower for the week. So limited moves for last week, but starting from the double bottom, rising through, and almost a double bottom late in the week as well before the drop. And that was also late in the day, similar to the euro. So very tight range. Let's move back to the daily and move on to the Aussie dollar, which is also suffering the same fate in a consolidation in the box here, and did bounce early in the week until towards the end it faded off and was not able to break above the previous week's high as well. And it has fallen back to this previous swing low. Okay, so the resistance held still at the 78.6. Fib retracement, the support, bounce off the support nicely at the 38 Fib retracement, bounce off the 0.71 0.00. Let's move this a bit higher for now. This is the key resistance. That's up at this swing high. And with the daily 200 dipping lower here as well. So for now, it's seems to be struggling to form a triangle here. Consolidating within this triangle. And centering around this swing low level at the 71.70, right near the 62 Fib retracement. All right, just squeeze it back down again. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. And yeah, consolidation with upper and lower wicks, and with a slightly larger body with a bullish close compared to the cable. But yeah, it's consolidating in a narrower range now. And for last week, it was pretty much stuck in this 140 pip range, and similar to the other pairs, cannot break above the high of the previous week. Okay, so hopefully we'll see some kind of breakout soon for all these major currency pairs. And we'll have to watch the geopolitical tensions at the Russian-Ukrainian border. And we'll see if the dollar is able to continue higher and able to break out. All right. So do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen, the safe haven trades there. And have a safe week and a good trading week. And cheers for now.